the warehouse escape. The abandoned warehouse loomed over the edge of the industrial district, its broken windows and rusted metal doors a testament to decades of neglect. By day, it was a forgotten relic of the past. By night, it became something far more sinister. For weeks, the city had been plagued by strange disappearances. Those who ventured too close to the warehouse spoke of guttural moans and the sound of heavy footsteps echoing in the dark. Some swore they saw shadows moving inside, but no one dared investigate. Until tonight, Mia, Alex, and Carter weren't the cautious type. They were thrill-seekers, always chasing the next adrenaline rush. When they heard the rumors about the warehouse, they couldn't resist. Armed with flashlights and a crowbar, they slipped through the chain-link fence and approached the massive structure. "This place is creepy," Alex muttered, shining his flashlight on the graffiti-covered walls. "Relax," Mia said with a grin. "It's just an old building. There's nothing here but rats and bad memories." Carter laughed nervously. "Let's get this over with. In and out, right?" The interior was worse than they expected. The air was thick with the smell of mildew and rot. Piles of debris littered the floor, and rusted machinery loomed like skeletal remains. The sound of dripping water echoed through the cavernous space. "This place is huge," Alex said, his voice bouncing off the walls. "Let's split up and cover more ground." "Are you serious?" Carter asked, his eyes wide. "Have you never seen a horror movie?" "We'll be fine," Mia said. "Just stay within shouting distance." Reluctantly, Carter agreed, and the three of them went their separate ways. Mia's flashlight cut through the darkness as she explored a series of storage rooms. Most were empty, but one contained a stack of crates marked with strange symbols. Curious, she pried one open with her crowbar. Inside were vials filled with a murky, greenish liquid. She was examining one when she heard it, a low, guttural moan. Her heart raced as she spun around, her flashlight trembling in her hand. The sound grew louder, closer. "Alex?" "Carter," she called, her voice cracking. No response. Meanwhile, Alex was in the main hall, sifting through old machinery. He didn't hear the moans until they were right behind him. Turning, he froze. Emerging from the shadows was a figure. No, several figures. Their flesh hung from their bodies in ragged strips, their eyes milky and vacant. "What the hell?" he whispered, stumbling backward. The creatures advanced, their movements jerky but purposeful. He turned and ran, shouting for Mia and Carter. Carter was in the basement when he heard Alex's screams. He dropped his flashlight in his panic, the beam spinning wildly across the room. Scrambling to pick it up, he saw something move in the corner. A pair of lifeless eyes stared back at him. "Oh no," he breathed, backing away slowly. The zombie lunged, its rotting hands outstretched. Carter swung his flashlight, connecting with its head. The creature staggered, but didn't fall. More moans echoed from the stairwell as others began to descend. The three of them regrouped in the main hall, their faces pale with terror. "We have to get out of here," Alex panted, clutching a metal pipe he had grabbed in his escape. "They're everywhere," Carter said, his voice shaking. "How do we even fight them?" Mia held up one of the vials she had found. "I think this is connected to them. If we destroy it, maybe we can stop them." "Or it could make things worse," Alex said, eyeing the vial warily. "Do you have a better idea?" Mia snapped. They barricaded themselves in a small office, using furniture to block the door. Mia smashed one of the vials on the floor, the green liquid pooling at their feet. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the moans outside grew louder. The zombies began pounding on the door, their inhuman strength threatening to break through. "Great plan," Alex muttered. Suddenly, the pounding stopped. The three of them exchanged nervous glances. Alex peeked through a crack in the door and saw the zombies standing motionless, their heads tilted as if listening to something. "What's happening?" Carter whispered. Before anyone could answer, the zombies turned and began walking away, their movements slow and aimless. The sound of their groans faded into the distance. The group didn't waste any time. They sprinted for the exit, the warehouse eerily silent now. Outside, the night air felt clean and fresh, a stark contrast to the oppressive atmosphere within. As they reached the fence, Mia glanced back. The warehouse stood dark and lifeless once more, but she couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching them. "Let's never do that again," Carter said, his voice shaky but relieved. "Agreed," Alex said, clapping him on the back. Mia said nothing, her thoughts on the vials she had left behind. Whatever they were, she knew this wasn't over.